We need to see it as pure as it is. Power is the yes, I can. It is possible. I can do this. That is power. Why we need to understand this concept very well? Well, we just not just need to understand this, we need to activate it. We need to know and we need to tell ourselves that we have power, that we are in power, that we are power, because that way our body will listen to that echo inside of our heads when we speak about it. Our body will start reactivating. See, a lot of people again gets confused with the strength, and the reason why is I'm going to put a very simple physical example of this. When you see a bodybuilder, you said, oh, that guy has a lot of power. Well, yes, you can think that has a lot of power, because in reality he can do like lift more than other people. See, but they're basing the power in the strength of the person. See, the power that he has is based on the strength or the force that he has. See, if you work out a muscle, see, it gives you power. Power of the what? Of the I can lift more weight, right? Probably before you didn't. But see, power just is like the door. It's like the door that you're going to be able to cross to actually make something happen. Does this make sense? Power is not everything. Power needs a personal companion. In this case, is force. What is force? Force is strength. That's what it is. It's the way that energy moves. And also it's the amount of energy that you are moving. See, the power is the button that you apply to start your car. The electricity that will spark the car to start is the strength. It is the force. And if you don't have enough force, it doesn't matter how many times you push the button or you start the ignition key. If there is not enough, see, that's the other thing. They said, oh, if there is not enough power. See, no, that's not. Power is not that. The electricity, the amount of electricity is not the amount of power. The power is the button. The force is the electricity, the strength. When you don't have enough power, that really means the car has not enough strength. And I'm saying this because in this language, in the language sometimes the vibration of the words are being misused. And as a person that you want to do and you want to be doing manifesting, you really need to understand these concepts completely different from other people. Completely different from other people. You need to be willing to be different. You need to be willing to run the mile. You need to be willing to do better. You need to be willing to think different. You need to be willing to feel different. You need to be willing. You need to be willing. If you're not willing to feel different, to think different, to act different, how the F you want to have different results? Does this make sense? So again, power is the act, the action that you can. But force and strength is the amount of particles, the amount of energy that you're going to be applying to what you want. So a lot of times you start doing something because you have the power to start at something. But if you fall short, if things are not working the way that you want, it is because you don't have enough strength. Does this make sense? See, that's why power is different than strength. Power is different than force. That's why I always love physics since little, because I was able to define what I was seeing in a way when when you have the power to push something, right, to start something, and you put energy in motion, and if the energy is moving in a certain motion, that is having certain strength. But sometimes if you keep applying that that power to that force, the force will become bigger, 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 and the force or energy is the one that is going to give you the results.